What are you doing?
So I made this pizza crust the other day out of chicken breasts, and it was so gosh darn good. Even you loved it.
It was excellent.
I am making it again because I never really filmed all the steps of how I made it. So I did chicken stock. I'm literally just cooking the chicken breasts and the chicken stock until it's done. Then I'm gonna take them out.
Those are nice.
Yeah, it was a BOGO deal too.
No way.
Yeah, so I got all these for $11, I think.
4 for 11?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So
for Winn-Dixie,
yeah,
it's
that's pretty good. Nice, Mare.
So once it's all cooked and the chicken breasts are cooled, I'll do step 2, which is going to be using this. Right now I'm doing cauliflower. But I'm gonna clean this out and use it with the chicken, add 3 eggs, add Parmesan cheese, and some Italian seasonings, and we'll go from there. I'll show you the next step.
Okay, Mary.
Yes?
Don't you want to turn that down a little bit?
Oh my God, don't you want to stop controlling me? Okay, bye.
Let's see what you got here.
All right, this is chicken breast. Perfect. That is going to make the chicken breast protein packed pizza crust instead of traditional gluten-y, floury, wheaty. This is going to be chicken, eggs, cheese, and seasonings, and it is really good. Just wait. This is going in the fridge to cool before I process it. Okay. Chicken is cooled. It's almost room temperature. The reason we have to make sure this chicken is cooled enough before we put it in here and pulverize it and add eggs to it, because you got hot chicken and you put eggs in it, you're gonna have scrambled eggs. We don't want that. We just want the chicken. So what I'm gonna do is cut this into a couple of big chunks in here. Remember, this is literally these ingredients that you see here. Eggs, I'm gonna use 3 of those eggs. Shaved Parmesan. This is what I used the other day. Oregano, garlic powder, pizza pasta magic, which I think that's just a blend of seasonings, and some salt and pepper. So let me show you how fine we are going to pulverize this chicken to get it to the consistency to make it into this crust. So we're gonna do the chicken first. Oh, it would help if I plugged it in. All right. So, kind of like the consistency if you're gonna make kind of a fine chicken salad. All right, so repeat with these. I'll have to figure out how much protein this is actually in this crust. 4 chicken breasts and 3 eggs. I think that's, I could probably ask Siri, and AI would probably give me the answer to that. But this is for all of us who are trying to cut out the carbs, who love pizza, and want that alternative rather than just like those cauliflower crusts that are great, but really hard to make yourself. Store-bought, kind of hard to buy them without preservatives. All right, there's our chicken. And 2. We like these eggs, the brown. I think they're cage-free. I think the diet of them is better.
Cage-free is what they are.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is you want them eating the worms and as opposed to the, I call them machine-made chickens where they eat soy all day long and they sit in a cage.
Do they actually feed them corn too?
Nope, corn's too expensive. They feed them soy.
No.
They'll eat soy, but that's why our eggs are all, the yolks aren't dark red anymore. Mm-hmm. Don't get me started on chickens.
Okay. All right, so look at this. If I even just try to make this into like a meatball, and that's just with the egg alone, of how it can be formed into like this dough. I'm gonna use the rest of this, almost the rest of this bag. This is really for flavor, kind of also a little bit of a binder. I don't like that powdery processed stuff.
The powdered,
The natural cheese.
right.
Yeah.
Powdered Parmesan, I call it sawdust.
Yeah. Okay, so this, all right, now I'm gonna add some seasoning to it. Here's this guy. A good heavy sprinkling on top, kind of like dark snow. Garlic powder, remember that has a salt additive to it, so be careful adding too much. I'm not measuring this, I apologize. Probably say a teaspoon or two of each of these. Here's some oregano. Okay.
Oh, that's a heavy dose. That's good.
A little extra salt. Who doesn't love fresh cracked pepper? All right, now it's time to blend this up and make it into our dough. I did not even add oil or anything to this. This is really just strictly the eggs and the cheese and everything as a binder. So you can see parchment, it came right off the crust, didn't like stick to it. It's awesome. All right, so let's get all of this on here. See, I'm just kind of balling it up.
You're not going to make it a traditional round. You make it a square like
I'm gonna
last
make
time,
it,
right?
Yep, like almost like a sheet
Right.
pan.
You know what that's called? Detroit style pizza, the square pizzas. The big sheet pan.
pans?
Yes.
All right.
For you pizza folks out there.
So again, I could create this into just this big ball of dough. But now we are going to, I didn't use a roller. I suppose you could use a roller, but I'm really just pressing it with my hands to get this consistency. Oh, you know what else would help? If I turn my oven on. Okay, let's get the oven on. So I'm gonna just bake this 350, 30-40 minutes, and then I cooled it, and I'll tell you what it looks like when it comes out. Ta-da! All right, here she is.
Let's get a close-up on that, Mary. So I see
Before-
cheese in there. I see...
The seasonings, oregano, and you see, I don't know if you can get the width about, I don't know, what is that? Quarter,
yeah.
inch thick. That's about what I pressed it down to. Again, I didn't use a rolling pin. I just pressed it down with my hands.
Okay.
Going in at 350 for about 30-40 minutes. And we'll see. It's been about 40 minutes. Ooh, steam facial.
Got a little hot blast from that.
All right, this is perfectly exactly how I want it. Just kind of browning a little bit on the edge crispies. Turn that off. I did crank it up to 375 just for like the last 5 minutes to give it a little crispy, crusty. I'm gonna cool it and we're gonna sauce it and cheese it and eat it tomorrow because that's how I did it last time. I don't know how it would go from hot crust to the sauce and the cheese and go back in. I don't know, but this is how I'm gonna do it because it's how we did it the other night. It was perfect. So this is gonna be in the fridge overnight and we'll eat it tomorrow. Okay, this is it. This is the chicken breast, just chicken breast, eggs and cheese. And I kind of calculated this. I think it's over 200, for sure over 200 grams of protein in this. And if you add the cheese and the eggs, I think it's like 250 grams of just protein for this. So now the fun part, we get to doll it up. We're gonna put, this is this Mids sauce. It's all natural. Probably has a little bit of sugar in it, but at least it's an all natural sauce. We're gonna top it with this. Look at that crust. You can almost see some of the cheese.
God,
kind of
Mary,
like
that
bubble.
really is great.
Yeah, it's thin, it's crispy.
Can I show the dexterity
Thickness?
that
Yeah.
it's a little, are you going to cook it in that tray or are you going to cook it just,
I'm gonna cook it just like this.
Okay.
Now, I kind of did a little research recon on this because I told you I was inspired by something else I saw on TikTok from someone else's chicken.
You're such a TikTok girl.
I am. Well, I'm gonna do
I
a
love
whole
TikTok
thing.
also, so-
I'm gonna do a whole thing on my TikTok purchases.
I know, we need to get on TikTok. I think we have some of our films on there, but not all.
Wait till I do
Not
my
even close.
reviews on my TikTok purchases. It should be very interesting and entertaining. Okay, so here's the sauce. If I even had more, let's see if I can even get a little bit more out of here. Another way to get a little bit more out of your little bit of jar, add a little bit of like an olive oil to it.
I love that. See how dark that olive oil is? Isn't that nice?
Shake it up. We're gonna use every little bit of that sauce. There we go. Okay. So I did a little research when I searched TikTok chicken breast crust. Everyone else out there is using ground chicken. Now, that's kind of a shortcut and probably faster than the way I did this, but this is pure chicken breast because what you get with ground chicken, you get the white meat, you get the dark meat, you might get chicken skin, you might even get other parts of the chicken, so be very cautious and careful.
Mary, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know what you're talking about.
There is ground chicken, honey.
Never heard of it.
I would say Purdue's.
Are you talking
probably,
about when the butcher grinds the chicken? Like I
listen,
did?
that might be my next purchase is a grinder, and we can grind our own meat.
Love that. I've looked into those that connect to the KitchenAid.
To my kitchen. Well, that might be our next thing because that might be the best way to ground it up. Ooh, cheese is flying.
Mary, is this a blend or is this just one particular type?
This is mozzarella provolone.
Would you hold that up? Oh, the Sargentos. They're from Wisconsin, right?
I don't know.
The family. I think my brother sold
know
them
the
the packaging.
Okay.
My
So
brother's
just
in the
think
food
about
packaging business.
protein, protein, and protein. This is our protein-packed pizza. Ready to put
Nice.
it in?
Didn't you do a blend on the last one you did?
No,
You
this
did.
is the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Mozzarella and provolone.
Oh, I thought you
I'm going
did your
in
own blend. Okay.
24-25 for about 30 minutes. We'll check on it. We are.
Oh my God, Mary, come on.
Dun, 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 dun.
That looks fab.
That's our protein pizza.
Oh my God.
And if anyone wants to do the math, so I Googled 6-ounce chicken breast, which I had 4 of. A 6-ounce chicken breast is 50 grams of protein. So that's 200 right there. 1 cup of Parmesan is like 35 grams. And then each egg is 6 grams. So that's where I calculated over 200.
Because I thought that was awful high, but maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Now
So
that you say it that way.
That's what my calculations are. So
Holy smokes, Mary. Let's dive into this. I want to
Okay.
eat this.
Okay, let's see how our protein pizza crust turned out. You ready?
Yeah.
Sounds a little crunchy.
Remember,
crust.
that's chicken. That has no
is
flour whatsoever.
No flour.
There you go.
I
I've
know.
seen these done, and I had it the other night when you made it, and it was so good. Look at us, paper plate people.
This is a big piece.
That's when you know that.
Look at that steam.
Oh God, Mary,
Okay.
that looks great.
Burning my fingers. All right, how's the crust look on the bottom? Looks like pizza crust. No, looks like chicken crust.
I just know it tastes good. I'm
Okay.
gonna have a bunch.
I'm gonna burn my mouth.
I'm so hungry, by the way.
You know what else I would love to put on this?
What would that be, Mary?
Crushed red pepper.
Oh, you heat everything up with that.
I love it. Okay, so
Okay, sprinkle.
here we go. This is our.
I still think it's too hot.
You think I'm gonna burn my mouth? That's unforgiving. You burn the roof of your mouth.
That's a
You got it for
event.
days.
That's a 3-day
know.
ruined culinary experience.
So the Portnoy, one bite. What's that? Everybody knows the rules.
One bite, everybody knows the rules.
Hot.
By the way, we love Portnoy. A lot of people don't like him. I don't know why, but
Oh, good.
okay. Back to me. Back to you. Back to your pizza. Very good. I've had a bite. It's so good.
So I don't know. Maybe grinding our own chicken if we get a grinder. If you use ground chicken versus the technique that I did it, it's always good to like try something else. So we'll see. Okay. Protein pizza. Today's Merry Minute.